Hello there. How you doing? I am doing fine. Today I wanted to come on here and show you some new savings challenges, some old savings challenges in honor of cancer and breast cancer this month. Some people are doing runs this month, the Susan G. Komen run. Some people are walking in it. Some people are volunteering, which I will be doing again this year. So this month, I wanted to focus on that. I got a pink binder to start off with, and my bonus money is here for that. And I made some different challenges, got some new challenges, a few old challenges, but they're all this whole binder is going to be given to Cancer Society and to places where I volunteer at, the hospitals and cancer centers, people that I know that are going through it. So let's open our binder. Well, let's open this part first and show you what's going on. Everything's kind of pink, off pink. Hello Kitty is here for this session. So we'll put her over there to make sure we can open up everything here. And the first thing I did, I ran these off big so everybody could kind of see them. Save for the Cures from Hands and Bands, which I will be doing this month. You put your own price in there, and she has 9 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, yep, 9, okay, of those to do. So let's start with each one, okay? So the first one is Save for the Cure, and I will open up the binder that I kind of put together myself. I put the rows together. And so her first one is Save for the Cure. So we're going to color this in with a pink marker. And you know I color bad, so you'll just have to deal with me this time. Well, all the time. So we'll color this in. And anything from this binder that is made will go toward the any cancer, kids' cancer. My cousin was 4 years old. She had 3 years old and had stomach cancer and passed away. I've had relatives pass away. I have one set of relatives, it seems to be in their genes, and all the girls had breast cancer. In that section, all the sisters passed away from breast cancer. But the other section that we're related to, we didn't. So I don't know what's happening or what's going on, but you know, God only knows different things. And so we'll put a 20 in there. So if we do 20, we got 9. 20 times 9 is 180, I believe, from my brain. So 20 in there today for that one. And this is from Hands and Bands. Okay, go on in there. Like, no, I'm not going. Yes, you are. Ha-ha. Okay, so that's from Hands and Bands, and then I'll write down here 20, because I know I'll be going, how much did I put in there? So we'll put 20 for each one of those. All right, our next one is a self-care one. I'll show you what it actually looks like, because I wanted to change up, you know, I change up stuff. It looks like this. This was the original, but I want to color it in. This is a shade of pink, but I wanted to color mine in for this. So I'll be using this, and for each day, it's got something different. Some of the days I'll twirl around. So for today, which I am doing, I started a, what do you call it? Gratitude journal. So that's day 1. And I'm going to color that in. And each day is different. I'll have my daughter join me on some of the things we do. And son, he can join too. Because, you know, men get breast cancer too. You may not think about it, but they do get it. Okay, so we colored that in. Yes, I see the little lines. And we're going to go to the self-care envelope that I made, kind of. And we're going to add a 20. Another 20 for that day. So if we do, there's 5 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 30 days is on here. 30 times 20, we'll have $600 in here. And I'm not racing with anybody. I'm not racing with myself. If I don't get done, I'll do it in June. Okay, our giving envelopes. Our next one is Be Kind. And this is by Budget Determined. And it says save $630. And it's $15 per ribbon. Right there. Budget Determined. So let's see, what do we got? We got 15 times 4 is 60. So we'll put in 60. So we'll color in 4 ribbons for that. As I put the pen somewhere, so I'll just get a darker one. Here's one. Or did I put there? There it is. Or a marker rather. By Budget Determined. It says Be Kind right here. It says Be kind. You never know what someone is going through, which you should be always anyway. You should always be kind. You don't know what people are going through. We don't know what they're going through in the budgeting community. You know, they may be having problems and money problems and things aren't going the way our household may be going. They may be the same type of budget, and make the same type of money, but things are happening. Okay, so we're going to put 60 in the giving envelope for that. From our bonus money, 20, 20, 20, 20, 60. 3 20s. Turn around. Because some of you are like, no, turn it around, turn it around. All right, so that one's done. Be Kind from Budget Determined. This is from Hands and Bands, and I put both of them in here because I do like the way this is made. And then she has this that you can color it in probably. I haven't figured that out, but I will because I'm going to color it in. Everything's pink today, so, you know. So we're going to put, there's a 20 there. There's also 2 10s. So I got some 10s, so we can do a 10. I actually have 10s, people. And I'm emphasizing pink. Pink, pink, pinky, rosa. And I hope you're having a wonderful day. It's beautiful outside. My lawnmower guy cut the grass. And, remember when the electric went out? It was AT&T they were back there digging. We saw these men digging. I don't know if I told you. And they cut the line, the electrical. And that's why we were working on only 120 volts of power for the whole house. So some of the electricity was going down and blah, blah, blah. And so I have to hear the verdict of whether they're going after AT&T, or are you going to charge me for this line thing out here. So we will see about that. Whether that's going to happen or not. As everybody says, it's always something, but you know, God moves you into whatever he wants you to do. And usually I find out maybe during bad times that something good always comes out of it. I'm not coloring this very well, but you know, I may not color it anymore. May go, okay, we'll use the colored one she has. Okay, we're gonna put 20 in. I got 2 10s, so let's do some 10s. Actually got 10s, people. 10s, 2 10s. Okay, and we'll put that into this envelope right here. All right. Yeah, I even told my son, I said, get me a pink. I don't care what shade of pink. Get me a pink, what do you call it? Folder. So this was the only one that had pink must be in. Okay, like I said, there's some old challenges here. This was old. This was one of my first challenges that I got. And it's kind of all shade pink, but we're going to color it in. I got a hot pink. Let's see what works first. So let's see what numbers we got here. 5, 10, 15. Okay, 15. Yeah, 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay. Have to think. Okay, so 3 plus 2. So we'll do this one. Here we go. And this one is 5. Let me watch it, because I'll actually color over something I'm not supposed to be coloring over and be sitting there going, look at this. Look at this mess. And I have to let this dry probably. It may do it real quick. I'll straighten it up later. Oh, I don't want to hold everybody up on their lovely day. I hope you're having a lovely day. The weather, it depends on where you're at. Because I saw something fell. It was a building, an older building. I can't remember what the name of it was, out in California. Fell off the cliff. And, you know, this ground around here, it's getting wet and saturated. And California's been having it with that water. So there's 10. Let's find another set. 3 plus 2. And a 5. There we go. Another 10. Yep, I said a 10. 10. 20. I'm coming out too. No, you're not. All right, so that was in here. Are you dry? Yeah. Quick. We'll put that in here. Okay. Then we have, these are the other ones. What do I have else in here? What is this one coming up? This one's a month ahead, but we have Hello Kitty. I brought her back. Miss Pinkness herself. And so, let's see. Did this tell you what? No, it didn't. So we'll put 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 of them is 20 probably. No. 2 of them will make 10 right now. We'll just make 1 10. Don't want to go too fast, and they'll be like, oh, I'm here. See, do you have an envelope? Yeah, put one here. This is this new envelopes. I call them the new way. Opens up here. So you can go in there. Boop, 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 boop. Bye-bye. All right, our next one, we brought this one back. And I don't know if I put an envelope in here for it, so I'm going to have to lay it in here. I brought this one back. We finished last month, so we will do 2 of those. Are you going to write? No, I don't want to. Okay, fine. Whatever. Can I see it? Can you see it? Yeah, you can see it. Pink. And this one. So we'll put 10 here, and I'll get in an envelope later. So you sit right here. Okay, the next one I did a month ahead. And I have this here for this. And so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times 4 is 48. So we're going to do $10 starting off. Get that month ahead because cancer doesn't stop. So this can be an all year going here. We will color that in. And I don't want a long video. We're already at 15 minutes, which is fine if you like to listen. I'll get off when I get off. So we'll put 10 in there. You know, sometimes you do these videos, time flies. You look up, oh, it's 10 minutes. Oh, it's 15 minutes. Okay. So $10 in the month ahead. Oh, you did have an envelope. Wait a minute. This one goes in here. This is the savings challenge for this one. I didn't see it. And then the month ahead is right there. Because like I said, cancer doesn't stop. We wish they would find a cure or a vaccine or something to slow it down. Okay, cancer survivor, which I am. I had breast cancer. I had one breast removed. So, if you hear something falling, that's paper that I just threw over there. The 1 month ahead hit the ground and tried to commit suicide. So, this one was from the Budgeting Butterfly. And it's got, I am a survivor, and she's got different things on here. So we will start, of course, with the 20, 20 or 10. Because I have no 5s, and that'll make me go after 5. So we'll start with a 10, because it's up there at the top. Right there. And we will color that in. When I had the breast cancer, I was feeling a lump in my left breast. And I had felt it before, but it was small. And it wasn't hurting or anything. So months later, during the summer, I was teaching. And during the summer, when school let out, it just ballooned. It just started getting bigger and bigger. And I just went, oh. And then it was okay, and then I kept looking on TV. It's like something trying to tell you something. I'm looking on TV, and I kept seeing hospital names of, you know, if you have breast cancer or you suspect, it's just like some omen or something, on and on and on. It didn't matter what station I turned to, there it was. And I kept on, I said, I got to call, you know. So I called, didn't have a doctor there. And I told him, I don't have a doctor there. I don't know anything about it. I think I need a mammogram. And the woman scheduled me for a mammogram. I guess their procedure, though, was you had to have a doctor to schedule the mammogram, which I said God walked in there and did that. Because when I did show up for the mammogram, they said, who's your doctor? And I said, I don't have a doctor. You know, and so they're scrambling around like, well, you can't. And I said, I'm here and there's a lump in my breast and I'm going to have a mammogram today. And so they were scrambling around with one of the nurses, who I got to know very well, Dot, said, I know a doctor upstairs. And so he wasn't upstairs. He really was one building over upstairs. And I was in the Women's Health Center where they had the mammograms. And she called up there and said, would you take this patient? He said, yes, I will see her tomorrow, do the mammogram, blah, 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 blah. So they did the mammogram. Now, this was not like an hour. I was there. I was supposed to have been gone. I got there at 7. I like to get places like that when I'm worried or whatever. I was there at 7. I did not leave till 6. They were running around trying to figure out what to do. And I'm just sitting out there. Everybody left. I was out there in the lobby by myself. And I would get up, go to the, receptionist. No, they're working on it, blah, blah, blah. I actually sat there. It's almost 12 hours. Okay. So finally I go, they do the mammogram, and the woman one woman, doctor, no, it was a nurse. They were nurses. There were no doctors there, and said, "Oh, it's just a large cyst." And I heard this one well, it was Dot, say, "That is not a cyst." Okay, and I went, "Oh dear," you know how your mind's thinking. So I left, they gave me a bunch of when to come back and go to him. I got there, he had scheduled me for about 9 o'clock-ish in the morning, and me and my daughter went, and he was, of course, doctors are calm, went in there, examined, and he says, "Okay, we're scheduling you for surgery in 2 weeks." And so I'm wondering, okay, 2 weeks? And he says, "Yes, because I got a trip to Portugal." And I'm going, after I learned to know him, it's kind of funny, but it was like, my daughter's thinking in her mind, like, this is serious. This should be now, type thing. So then he changed his mind. He says, "I can put that off today. Let's do the surgery tomorrow." And my daughter was like, because she was with me, and she was going, what if she doesn't do the surgery? And he's made a cross on his, the cross symbol up, down, right? And she just got silent, And so when we did come home, I knew she was worried. I know my son was worried. Everybody's worried. And I just kind of took it in stride. I just kind of, it was like, nothing's going to happen to me. I'm going to have the surgery. It's going to be over. That's the way I thought. I just kept on, so I was going through the TV, looking at things, and I did the secret type things anyway, and I started looking, and one of the ladies was on there. She was Asian, and she had a tumor or something, but it was cancerous, and they were going to do surgery, and they didn't think it was going to come out right. And she said, she said, "We just started thinking of things that made us smile, that made us laugh, and looked at cartoons." And that's what I started doing. I started looking at cartoons, reading comic books, fun stuff, making sure the kids were going that day, that night. That's what I was doing, because I had surgery the next day. And I just kept going on and on and on. Okay, fine, everything's okay, da-da-dee-da-dee, let me cook dinner. Oh, no, let's go out to dinner. I was making this, it's fine. I'm okay. That can't, cancer doesn't have me, it's fine. And I looked at cartoons all night. I never did go to bed. I looked at cartoons, Goofy, whatever it was. I watched Laurel and Hardy. I watched comedians on TV, that were on, and reruns and whatever I could find on TV. The next morning, I was scheduled for surgery at 7 o'clock. We got there at 5:30, got prepped, went into the surgery, and he says, when you leave, you can just go on home, and I'm sitting there thinking, oh, because he says, we got to do a biopsy, and he says, we're going to go in and see what we can do. And so they did the surgery and, wrapped you all up, and I stayed in the recovery. I woke up, there I was, and they asked, was I in pain? I said, no, I didn't feel, I'm not, the pain wasn't, I didn't feel anything. It was just like, okay, little cut. That's what I feel like, a little stinging cut where the surgery had been. And went on out, came home, and just sat there and waited, because I knew he was going to Portugal. So 2 weeks later, he comes, I make an appointment. He made an appointment for me. He called and he says, "How you doing?" And he had called me from Portugal. "How you doing? How you feeling? Anything going on?" He said, "Not, go to the emergency room and contact my assistant to be down there when you get there." And I said, "No, I'm fine, And I was fine. I went, even the next day after I had that surgery, I went to the store. I went to the grocery store. I'm driving around like, okay, fine, I'm fine. And everybody's waiting on the results of the biopsy. So he gets back, and I go in. He says, "Okay, you're okay." He says, "We got all of it. Everything's fine. You're going to be okay." And he says, you don't have to have any chemotherapy or anything. He said, first we thought because it had gotten so large, but he says, we're going, and he said, I fixed your breast while I was in there, and everything. And, same routine. I go back constantly, make sure things are okay. I still go back, but I still, other cancer patients, they're not that lucky, and I thank God, and I hope the rest of them will be okay. Michelle. Michelle Free to Fly's sister. I pray for her all the time. And I pray for all the other ones, be okay and have that doctor in your corner that you got. My doctor is fantastic. He's just like boom, on it. My daughter had a little cyst on there, and he was next day, okay, get this straightened out. Here we go, and we're done. He's done. He's quick. He does, and he's fun, and she calls him Uncle Gene. So we're doing okay so far, but I don't forget people that are, I am a cancer survivor, and I don't forget those people. And I have already had started, because I have $1,000 in there under the cancer survivor thing anyway, because that I donate every year. So that's already done. And so we're starting this new extra that's going in there this month. So there's $10 because we did that one. And I think we're done today, people. And I didn't mean to keep you so long, but I did want to introduce you to the new section that we will be cash stuffing happily out of any extra money and bonuses or whatever we can. So our happy binder is, whatever, what this is, folder is here. So any extra, and we still got extra, 2 stuff for that, and anything else extra, okay. So take care, have a good day, and make sure you enter the giveaway. Figure out what store I was in both of those videos. It's one store. Just one, hashtag the name of the store. Anyway, because the deadline is tomorrow at 12 o'clock at night probably. And I think I've had 2 people say something, so, just say it. See if you're the winner. Anyway, take care. Bye-bye.